Hey, so today I wanted to have this conversation was really placed on my heart. It's something that I've struggled with, and I've also at the same time found a system that works for me to overcome this. So a lot of people have this issue, I'm not gonna label everybody, but anyways, procrastination. So let's beat procrastination. We're just gonna get right into today's video. By the way, my name is Ryder. Why are my hands up like this? By the way, my name is Ryder and this is Ryder's DIY. So DIY your own, schedule, be your own assistant, be your own best assistant. But anyways, let's get right into today's video. So if you see me looking down, I've made some notes because this is really important to me and I want to stay on topic because, squirrels are everywhere. So the big thing, which if it was super simple, we'd all do it, but stop waiting. And it's literally what I have to tell myself. Stop waiting, take action. Like if you want something, stop waiting around. Stop waiting. And not like if you want something, some big dream. And sure, tie it all back to that big dream. Tie your actions and how you are responsible for the smaller things to that big dream. But stop waiting and start acting. No matter if it's paying a bill, no matter if it's posting a video, no matter if it's applying to college, no matter if it's finding out the first steps to apply to college. Stop waiting, start acting. And just, even if sometimes I have to say it to myself, like, stop waiting, start acting, get myself together. And then sometimes I have to be patient with myself and say, you know what? Stop waiting, start acting. Like to give myself love, space, grace, and understanding. So anyways, sometimes you have to be your own best coach. So that's a phrase that I use. Stop waiting, start acting. And if you're wondering what that noise is, where I am recording at today, I just started the dishwasher, so perfect timing, but whatever. This kind of lined up with time and hitting my spirit. And so anyways, I thought it'd be effective. We just gotta do what we gotta do. The next thing that I will say is one task a day. So amongst the other things you're responsible for, whether that's household things if you're a mom, running errands if you're not a mom, if you got schoolwork, assignments, all your other things that you must do, keeping yourself alive, like take the mom and take the school out of it, take the business owner out of it, take all that stuff out of it. The essentials to keeping yourself alive: feeding yourself breakfast, lunch, and dinner and snack, staying healthy in some way, whether that be your spiritual practice, your religious practice, your fitness routine, taking care of yourself, whatever you're going to be putting on your body. So your clothes, doing your laundry, keeping your area tidy, those are your day-to-day things. And sometimes I have to repeat to myself, keep it simple, smarty. Keep it simple, stupid, whatever you need to do. Keep it simple. What do you have to get done every day, right? And on top of that, because I don't know if it's adult ADHD, I don't know if it's just type A personality, whatever you want to call it, the person that makes 1,000 lists, that everything is on that list and you feel like you need to get it all done today, write that down. Write it down, get it out of your head, get it down on paper, and do one thing and one task a day. That way it's not overwhelming. Now, to the super perfectionist and the person that feels like they have to meet every single goal, it's not going to feel as, I guess, effective, or like you're accomplishing a lot because you got 10 things off your list. And who knows, you might be able to get 5, 4, 3, 10 things off of your list, but have your list written down. So all the things you feel like you need to do, maybe even categorize it to must do's, need to do, want to do, something like that. But once you have your list, then do one thing and one task a day. Tell your mind one thing, one task a day. That way it's not so overwhelming. And the way I make my list are, it kind of just depends on what's next to me. So I will make my list if it just hits me in a text message to somebody. I'll screenshot it. I'll use my notes section, and I have formed a to-do list in my notes tab on my phone. But I like to write stuff down because I feel like it sticks. I can see it and I can cross it off. So I use a planner for sure, especially for things that I've put on for sure that I know I've got to get done, appointments, things like that. They're gonna go in the planner. And then keeping it simple, you don't even have to get some Excel spreadsheet, although you can. Oh, that's my meal planning stuff, whatever. You don't even have to get some expensive, detailed spreadsheet. Just get you a legal pad. I think this is a legal pad. You can get these like in a 2 and 3 pack. And I say that because not everything goes on the same list, at least for me. Like, I've got things I need to do for this. I got things I need to do for that. I've got things I need to do for this. And I just, they all have their own separate lists because it doesn't need to fall under, I don't know, whatever. What I'm saying is, for instance, say you have a list of, so you have a home list, and you've got a career, and then say you've got whatever the other thing is for you, whether that be like fitness or some DIY thing on the side. So you've got 3 different areas in your life where you need to get things done, right? But they don't all, like, I don't want to put my daily list of household stuff that needs to be done, or like not just the household tasks, but like additional things, like, I don't know, paying somebody to repair this or fix that, right? Those things have their own priority, but I don't want something for like school to fall underneath that. I need 3 different lists, if that makes sense. Okay, this is where it gets crazy, which is why I'm making this video, so that they each take their own priority. Anyways, I don't know if I'll even include that, but that's why I go back. That's what I'm saying, as far as getting you just 3 separate spaces, or whatever, however many, main things you've got going on, to keep yourself organized. So I use the legal pad, I use my calendar. You can use flashcards. These are super colorful, and I got these from the Dollar Tree. Colorful, cute, and I like them because they'll stand out and remind me, like, hey, you can color code like importance or urgency. And then my favorite thing is sticky notes. So I will write down like what it is I want to be doing or need to be doing. So, and it's just going to be one thing per sticky note. This might be wasteful to some people, I don't know, but this is what I do. Gives me a sense of accomplishment once I'm done. So I'll write the task on a sticky note, and then my next thing, I'll write it on another sticky note, another sticky note, another sticky note. And what I've been doing is I have just a thin, because I would have like stuff all over my mirror, just everywhere, okay? I just make a thin little list, or I don't know what you'd really call it, but my sticky notes will be stacked like one above the other. And so when I do something, I'm just going to take that sticky note down from the mirror so that the list, shrinks or increases depending on how much you add. So my next tip will be like, what's the why? So if you figure out the why you need to get that task done, maybe it's starting life insurance. Maybe you've been procrastinating, and that's been something on your list. You need to get it done. It's important, but you're procrastinating on it. So if you figure out the why, it'll help you go ahead and knock it out, because it's so important, and you'll attach all the things of why you need that so that you'll get it done. My other thing is, what's the fear? What's keeping you psychologically? Maybe you are aware of it and maybe you're not, but asking yourself this question will help you delve deeper into that to figure out what's the fear. What's keeping you from doing it? Does it seem like it's going to be too time consuming? Does it seem like it's not in your budget? Whatever that fear is, I would ask yourself that question. What's the fear? Why have I not taken action on this? Once you can identify the fear or what's holding you from taking action, then you can break that fear down, because the only thing to fear is fear itself. So once you identify, say it's like the budget, okay, say you're procrastinating because you really don't, you want to do it, it's something that's like on your need to do or really want to do list, but you don't in your head feel like it fits the budget, right? Once you have identified budget, then you have that in mind. Well, once you know that, you can then write down what your expenses are, what your income is, and if it's not there, then you can figure out a way, your gears start to turn on how to add that income so that it does fit your budget. Or you can kick some things out once you make that expense and income list that, this is not even a real priority. I got like 5 subscriptions, okay? I'm just hypothetically, but maybe true. I've got like 5 subscriptions. this is not a priority, and this is costing, because I mean these days they be like $8.99, $7.99, and I just say that's $10 in my head. If you got 5 of those, it's $50. Okay, and you got something that's on your really need to do or want to do list, get out the way. Take those guys to go. They have to go, and this other thing needs to be on there. But until you sat down and figured out, hey, this is what I need or really want to do. Why have I taken time on this? I feel like I can't afford it. I feel like it's not in the budget. We're not going to even say can't afford. We're just going to say cash flow issue. Seemingly cash flow issue, to where like finances don't seem to line up. Okay, I don't even like to use the word can't. So anyways, that's a little tangent. But once you've identified that, then you can break it down, make room for it or add to, right? So that's why I say, like, what's the fear? That's a really big one for me, because it's not something we think like, oh, I'm not afraid, or that seems, whatever. The next thing is waiting can make your small to-do a big to-do. Not in every situation, but let's take the example again for life insurance. I think it'll add some real fire under your feet whenever you think about, okay, this policy might be, who knows, like 30, 40, 50 bucks. You can find life insurance quotes in like lots of places offer life insurance. And I'm just giving a generalization. I'm not sponsored by anything, not doing anything like that. This is just my like example. For instance, life insurance. So you can say, oh, I need to set that up. I need to set that up. So if you ask yourself why, you have a family, you have a legacy, you have things you want to protect, you have children, whatever the case is, chickens, a cat. And then you ask yourself, what's the fear? Maybe it's scary to think about setting up life insurance. Even though we all know that we're going to die or perish or whatever, it can be a fear. And then your small task, like waiting can make your small task turn into a bigger problem. Could be, what if something, not that you perish right away, because you won't be aware of it, or at least what you could have done with that. You won't be the recipient of your life policy. But what if you are healthy today and then diagnosed with something terminal or, I don't know, debilitating, that would make your chances of life insurance a little bit more of a financial burden or financial struggle. So while you're capable, while the cards are in your favor now, take action and do it while your small task is small, so that doesn't become a bigger problem. So anyways, I hope that was not too much like rambling. Just to kind of recap, so the things that I do to help me, the most important things that have really made a difference is making a list of the things I want to do, even before I figure out categories, okay? Making a list of the things I feel like I need or really want to do, and then putting that in a list somewhere, whether that be your notes in your phone, getting a legal pad, or doing my sticky note, I don't know what you call it, sticky note collage or something, doing that. And then writing each thing down and taking it off, and that helps me. So when I say I only write one thing on there and I just line them all up and then take one thing off, because it keeps it simple. I've already told myself one thing, one task a day, like in addition to the things that like keep me going, one thing per day. So if I can see that one sticky note, it's simple. I can take that one sticky note down, take care of that issue, whether it be like a 5-minute thing, because some things you do maybe only 5 minutes. Some things may take you a couple hours, but if I take that one thing down, that's all that I'm doing for that day. I can take that down and it doesn't seem as overwhelming, because a lot of times when you procrastinate, what you'll do is like make it like bigger in your head than it really has to be. Like it'll seem like there's a lot to do around it. So anyways, one thing per day. And then having somewhere where you can cross that off, to where you can say, okay, this is the one thing I'm going to tackle and do today. So I hope this video finds you well. I hope that it helps you. And even if, at the very least, I hope that you are able to see like everyone is, I'm not gonna say everyone's struggling, but we all have to find creative ways to get going, And so anyways, thank you so much for watching. If this helps you in any way, if you have a tip about how to make this better, to make our lives better, to make my life better, don't hesitate to share it down in the comment section below. I would love to hear it, love to see if I could implement it and it could help things that I'm trying to do as well. We can share with each other. So anyways, have a great day. Thank you again. See you real soon. Bye.